Welcome to WVU's College of Education and Human Services Island on Second Life. You can see to my left there is a campus map for when you arrive in order to be able to find all of the buildings, and I'm going to take you on a tour now. Behind me is our tutorial and skill practice area, and to my left is our virtual GA bot. He is a little sassy, but will occasionally answer a question when asked with an actual answer instead of a smart aleck answer. But sometimes he gives a smart answer even though he is not real. And also behind me, the building directly behind me, is the building for office hours. When leaving the tutorial area, if we continue to our right, the very next building that we will come across is the Graduate Student Lounge. And beside that is our main classroom. We meet in our main classroom for our live class sessions, and I'll take you inside so that you can have a look. Class sessions in here typically start with reviewing the agenda, and after the agenda is reviewed, students will complete an activator, and the directions for the activator are in that WV box right below the activator board. And let me zoom in so you can see a sample activator. So this class session was involving consultation and co-teaching. And so students were asked to, on their sheet of paper, which is a note card in Second Life, to answer the following questions and then be prepared to discuss them. So what needs to be discussed prior to entering a co-teaching relationship, and what needs to be discussed during the co-teaching relationship. After we finish with the activator, students will hop up after we discuss it, and we begin lecture. And the display boards or PowerPoint slides are throughout the room, and we walk around the room and discuss them. And typically throughout a lecture, it's usually about 5 to 10 minutes of lecture with discussion involved, and then there's typically an independent activity scattered throughout, or independent activities scattered throughout, and after which students will then apply the skills that were learned in the lecture and collaboratively work on those skills in their collaborative groups. There are 5 different small group buildings here on the island for students to work collaboratively, and I will show you those at this time. So here in front of me is Woodburn Hall, and this is one of the small group buildings. All of the small group buildings look the same. And as you can see, students have submitted family photos to hang in the buildings. And so all around the buildings are pictures of the students and their families and friends. And when students come in here for their collaborative group work, there's a box on the table, and when they buy that box for $0, there's an activity that pops up. And for example, tonight's activity, the consultation activity box, students were asked to, using a case study, to answer the questions involving the case study, and then analyze that case study by working through the first 2 steps of the interpersonal problem solving. After they did that, they submitted that note card to me, and we met back in the main classroom. And just so you have an idea of what the campus looks like I said, there's 5 small group buildings. We were just at Woodburn. And the one across this way here is Chitwood. Down in the, over to the left is Armstrong. Over to my right is Martin. And back in the back right is Stewart Hall. Thank you so much for your time. That completes our brief tour of the College of Education and Human Services Island here in Second Life. You're more than welcome to join us anytime. Thank you so much. Have a great night.